Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Sarvati Param Purnamaya Pate Pavo Tato Darati Srila Guru Path Patni Satmu Vatanavati Path
Haribol, Dandavat pranams to all. So Maharaj will speak in 2 minutes. He's just doing his Vandana. Once he complete that, his Mangalacharan, he will start. I hope the sound is okay. So today, Supreme Lord is all merciful and He is the ocean of mercy. And we are stuck in this material world. And to rescue us from this material world and to provide us with the ultimate happiness, He is trying to save us from this material entanglements, and that's why He wants to liberate us from this material world and to engage us in His service, and also trying to making us eligible to taste the highest divine love. So He performed pastimes to show it to His devotees. So as today is Purnima Rasa Yatra, so what I have heard from the previous acharyas, I will speak about that. Sridhar Swami has given his commentaries in Bal Toshani and other scriptures. As I am completely not eligible to speak about the highest pastimes of the Lord, the confidential pastimes of the Lord. So that's why in the Gauriya Vaishnava devotees, there are many acharyas I have seen in my life, that many acharyas they don't discuss about the confidential pastimes of the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. Because we have, after 84 species lakhs of birth, we have got this human birth, and also after this human birth also we again have to be in the cycle of birth and death. And while we are in the circle of this birth and death, we are in the middle of lust. Lust was considered to be the main thing, and we were always serving our lust. In whatever birth we were, we have always served our lust. Without lust, we cannot do anything in this world. We cannot think anything other than lust. Even we can think that there is something superior than this lust, but we don't think. So even when we will hear about the confidential pastimes of the Lord, then hearing those confidential pastimes, we will think that Krishna is also lusty, with our lustful mentality and with our lustful eyes. So there we are committing an offense. So that's why many Gauriya Vaishnava acharyas, they never speak about the confidential pastimes of Supreme Lord, about the Supreme Lord Krishna, because they think that the materialistic people will compare it with the materialistic lust, and there they will commit offense. So one time Parikshit Maharaj questioned Sukadev Goswami that the birth pastime, the childhood pastimes of Krishna, He has heard everything from Shukdev Goswami, Parikshit Maharaj. He heard all these pastimes of Krishna from Shukdev Goswami. So, all the various pastimes of Krishna from his birth and his childhood pastimes, everything Parikshit Maharaj heard from Shukdev Goswami. He also explained to him the killing of Putana, the killing of the other demons. 1 to 5 years is the childhood pastimes, 5 to 10 years is the Poganda Lila. When he would go in the fields with his friends, cowherd friends, with Sudam, Shridam, also with the cows for gazing. So, when devotees hear those pastimes of the Lord, they relish it. So now so when Shukdev Goswami was telling Parikshit Maharaj about the youth pastimes, the teenage pastimes of the Lord, then he spoke to Parikshit Maharaj. In this particular pastime, he performed this pastime with the Vrajramanis of Vrindavan. And further he is telling Shukdev Goswami to Parikshit Maharaj, from the beginning till the end of Srimad Bhagavatam, Shukdev was not addressed as Baluarani, but Shukdev Uvacha. There are so the confidential pastimes of Supreme Lord Krishna is written in after this 10th canto. The last 5 chapters, I think what Maharaj is trying to say. So now he's starting to read Badurani. So here Shukdev has been addressed as Badurai Uvacha. What is the meaning of Badurai? Badurai means the one who was staying in Badrikashram. But from the beginning till the end of Bhagavatam, he was not addressed as Badurai but Shukdeva Uvacha. But here in this particular verse, he is addressed as Badurai Uvacha. So Maharaj is telling, when you will cut the sugarcane into pieces and you will eat the juice of it, you extract the juice and and after extracting the juice you throw the chewed particle. So Srimati Radharani and all the other gopis have performed Kartayani Vrata. to get Krishna, to get the service of Krishna. So while the gopis and Srimati Radharani they were performing Kartayani Vrata, they prayed. So while performing Kartayani Vrata, they prayed to Krishna, to Kartayani Devi, that may their wishes get fulfilled of being with Krishna. So Supreme Lord, as He is omniscient, He knows everything. He actually Krishna thought to fulfill their desire. So Krishna fulfilled the desire of all the gopis on the night of Rasa Purnima, that is today. So Supreme Lord also has the desire to enjoy, to relish happiness.
যারা বৃহৎ শিক্ষিত তারা সবাই তো এইসব অন্তর্ভুক্ত করতে পারছে, কিন্তু তা না বলে বাদুরাই কি বলে ভগবান হইয়াও। ভগবান বলা হলো কেন? কৃষ্ণকে যদি
So Maharaja is telling,
রন্তু মনুষ্যকে বললে ভগবানকে কৃষ্ণকে ভগবান বলে সবাই মানি নেয়। কেউ আগে মহামানব।
so there are many people in this world who doesn't consider Krishna to be Lord. Some thinks him to be the cowherd boy, some thinks him to be the ocean of mercy a person has, some thinks him to be a kind-hearted person. So that's why that the foolish people with their mood they cannot know that I am the Param Brahma, I am the Supreme. The foolish people, with their limited knowledge, they cannot know me. They think me to be ordinary as them, and that's why they are averse to me. They don't listen to my instructions. So we can say that. So that's why Sukdev Goswami didn't refer here Krishna as the ordinary human being, but he referred in this verse as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So So the Mayavadis, they think that the Supreme Lord has no form. They only worship the effulgent, the light, Brahman. They think that Supreme Lord has no form. And the yogis think the Paramatma, the Jivatmas who are meditating on the Paramatmas, on the Super Soul, So Maharaj here basically is trying to say the different views, the different people have, and in which they are, according to their views, this is Supreme Lord.
তাকে বলেন আত্মরাম। এই আত্মরাম হইও সেই ভগবান পরিপূর্ণ।
So Maharaj is telling the Supreme Lord is infinite.
পরিপূর্ণতার কি অভাব আছে?
He
এমনি আমরা শাস্ত্র পাই
doesn't need anything. He is self-satisfied. He doesn't need anyone or anything to get satisfied. What we have to offer to Supreme Lord? We think that what we will offer to Lord, then only He will take it, He will accept it, then He is happy. But it's false. He is self-satisfied. He is infinite. He doesn't need anything. We all are the servants of the Supreme. We all are the servant of Supreme Lord. What He doesn't have, He has everything. He is full of everything. Though He is Supreme Lord, though Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, still He showed, or still He wants to So though He is Supreme Personality of Godhead, but still He wants to enjoy. He Himself wants to enjoy and also want to give chance or the opportunity to His devotees to relish that as well. So that's why even at the time of even in winter or in monsoon, so Maharaj is telling when he performed this rasa pastime on this particular day, the Rasa Purnima, he performs his rasa pastime. So what happens? With his mystic power, he produced all flowers in the trees. So Madhavi flower, Malati flower, all was blooming on the trees. Because he wants to, by doing this, he wants to shower happiness or give happiness to all his devotees, to the gopis. So when he has done that with his mystic power, he was feeling happy that seeing the flowers on all the trees, the gopis will be happy. And Yogamaya is always ready to serve Krishna. She is all earnestly waiting for Krishna's service. What pastime Krishna will do, where he will perform his pastime. So Yogamaya arranges everything. So he wished to enjoy even his Supreme Lord. So this he desired inside his heart. Even though he is Supreme Lord, Even though he is Supreme Lord, he also desired to give happiness to Radharani and to all the other gopis. When Krishna, in the Kartik, in the night time when we are doing the kirtan at the time of Kartik, when Krishna is returning back from the forest with his friends and the cows and the calves, after taking bath, after taking food, that time all the cowherd boys, they do assembly in the courtyard of Nanda Maharaj. When Krishna is sitting with all the other cowherd boys in the courtyard and talking to them, that time Mother Yashoda brings him from that, in the middle of that assembly. She brings Krishna from there because she thinks that Krishna has done a lot of hard work the entire day by taking the cows in the forest for the grazing. So she forcefully brings Krishna inside the room and make him sleep on the bed, because this is a motherly affection which she has over Krishna. So to enjoy the happiness and also to relish and also to give opportunity to relish that same happiness to his devotees, he desired to perform this rasa pastime. So, a material example has been given. So when both the lovers for a long time they have not met each other, and out of separation they didn't meet each other from a long time. So what happens at that time, some accident happens and accidentally they meet each other. So Yogamaya is the one who is actually arranging Krishna's meeting with Srimati Radharani and with all the other gopis. So after a long day, when both the lovers are in extreme separation, when they meet accidentally after many days, both the parties feel so happy that it cannot be explained in words. So that time when Krishna is meeting gopis, or when the gopis are meeting Krishna after a long time, they feel so much happiness inside. Means both of the, like Krishna and the gopis, they feel so much happiness inside them that cannot be explained in words. And Maharaja is telling, among all the other planets, the moon is considered to be king of all the planets. So at the time of Kartik Purnima, which is today, when the moon shines brightly on the sky, and under that the Krishna performed pastimes, rasa dance with all the gopis. And this he promised to all the gopis. Now when the gopis were performing Kartayani Vrata, then Krishna promised that he will provide happiness to all the gopis by performing rasa pastimes with them on the Kartik Purnima. And the moon shines so brightly on the Kartik Purnima day, and with the light of the sun, which is very soothing, that all the darkness went away by the light of the moon. And the moon would shine so brightly as if someone has cleaned the moon, because the moon shines so brightly. So Maharaj is giving example, when the mirror, which is full of dirt, when it is cleaned, then you can see your reflection in the mirror so beautifully and exact. So same like that, the Kartik Purnima, the moon shines so brightly as if the moon has been cleaned. And when the light falls on the ground, as if it's taking away all the darkness around, the light of the moon. So Krishna was watching this from his room. He was, while lying on the bed, Krishna was watching this, the beauty of the moon. So now Sukdev Goswami is further explaining that, O Parikshit Maharaj, because at the time of full moon, the moon is round shape, and then you cannot see any scars on the moon. But on the other days, if you watch the moon, you can see various scars on the moon. But on the full moon day, you cannot see any spot mark or any scar on the moon. So on the full moon day, you cannot see any scars on the moon. So that's why the moon of the full moon is called to be Akhanda Khandanam, means it's a perfect moon. So Krishna is seeing this while lying on his bed from the room. And whatever lakes are there, so there is a flower called Kumud, which in Vrindavan you can find, and with the light of the moon, when the light of the moon falls on those lakes, that Kumud flower blossoms. Because this Kumud flower has relation with the moonlight, and the lotus flower has relation with the sunlight, because in the morning when the sunlight falls on the lotus flowers, it blooms, and in the night time when the light of this moon falls on the Kumud flower, it blooms. So the moonlight was already very bright, and whatever lakes were nearby, and inside the lakes was the Kumud flower, and when the light of the moon was falling on those Kumud flowers, it bloomed. And here the moon has been compared with the lips of Lakshmi Devi, like without any spot and scars. It is, we all know that the Lakshmi Devi who is sitting inside the heart of Narayan is also known as Rama. But here Rama is referring to the one who is giving you happiness and the one who is accepting that happiness. He is called Rama or Ram. So here Rama is referred to as Srimati Radharani.
হতে লাগাইলো কিন্তু কৃষ্ণকে আনন্দ প্রদান করে রাধারানী
because Radharani is the one who is providing happiness to Radharani is the one who is providing happiness to Krishna, and also while serving Krishna, Radharani is also feeling happiness. So she is the one who is providing happiness and also in return getting happiness in serving Krishna. So that's why she is referred to here as Rama. So that's why Bhaktivinoda Thakur has said that Uma, Rama, Chandravati, all these Sakhis are the manifestations of Srimati Radharani. And Krishna, while lying on his bed from the window when he is looking on the moon, he got the vision of Srimati Radharani's face, which is beautiful like the moon.
যে নবকুঙ্কুমের দ্বারা রঞ্জিত রাধারানীকে মুখমন্দ বা চোখগুলি এইরকম মনে হচ্ছিল। এইবার অরুণাভম, অরুণ একেবারে পুরা কিন্তু উল্টালে কিন্তু চন্দ্রমা হয়, আগে অরুণ বলা হয়, তখন একেবারে প্রথম বেড়া লাল টক করে বেড়ায়।
So Maharaj is telling that Srimati Radharani
কুঙ্কুমের দ্বারা রঞ্জিত তার বদন, তখন সেই রাধারানী মনে করে সেই রোমার পদ পড়ে নেয়।
So her lips was smeared with kumkum, and it was looking so beautiful that it has been compared with the moon. But here Rama has not been compared as Lakshmi Devi, but has referred to as Srimati Radharani, the one who gives happiness to Krishna and also gets happiness out of serving Krishna. And the lips of Srimati Radharani, which was smeared with kumkum, has been compared with the moon, the full moon of Kartik Purnima. So what I said before, that it was the lips of Lakshmi Devi has been compared to the moon, it's wrong. So Maharaj is saying that the lips of Srimati Radharani, who is also referred to here as Rama, has been compared with the moon. The lips of Srimati Radharani, which was smeared with kumkum. And also the waves in the Yamuna, when the moonlight was falling on Yamuna, it was shining very bright. The waters of Yamuna were shining very brightly. And the entire environment became so beautiful, as if that the moon is the controlling or is responsible for the entire environment, the beautiful environment which formed at that time. And it has been referred here as Manoharam, means beautiful. The entire environment was so beautiful by the light of the moon. And that time it was the month of Kartik. Though he is self-satisfied, he doesn't need anything. He is Supreme Personality of Godhead. He desired to go out and to perform rasa pastime with the gopis of Vrindavan in this beautiful environment. And by the beauty of the moonlight all over the Vrindavan, there was no one that their hearts didn't get attracted to it. Everyone's heart were attracted by the beautiful environment of Vrindavan when the moonlight fell.
করার জন্য
So now to attract the hearts of the gopis, what Krishna did,
কলম বামদিশা মনোহর যে গোপরমণী গণের যত সমস্ত আছে ব্রজের সুন্দরী গণের তাকে মন হরণ করবার জন্য বলেন কলম যোগ কল শব্দটা যারা পূর্বে ভজনা করছে তারা জানে কাম গায়ত্রী কাম বীজের মদন মোহন সব জায়গায় বিস্তারিত করা যাবে না কাম গায়ত্রীর অধিষ্ঠাতা হলো মদন মোহন
So Maharaja is telling when we chant Kam Gayatri, so the deity form of Kam Gayatri is Madana Mohan, the Cupid. And Krishna and so when he started playing the flute, the Kam Gayatri, when he started playing the Kam Gayatri inside his flute, that attracted that means then he became Madan Mohan, the Cupid, that attracted all the hearts of the gopis of Vrindavan. So it is called Kam Bij, the seed. So he spread that seed which attracted the hearts of the numerous gopis. But this flute sound didn't go into the ears of the parents or the mothers or the fathers of the Vrindavan, but only this sound went into the ears of the gopis of Vrindavan. And when it entered into the ears of the gopis, they couldn't stay. They were very restless. They couldn't stay calm in their house. They all came. So this sound went into the ears of all those gopis of Vrindavan, and then they all became restless. They cannot stay calm in their house anymore. But this same sound didn't go into the ears of the elderly people of Vrindavan. And these all arrangements are being done also by the help of Yoga Maya. So whatever activities the Vrajraminis were doing at that time, what happened when the sound went into their ears, they couldn't stay calm. They became restless to leave the house. So I have already explained before that as we have after 84 species lakhs of birth, we have got this human birth. Even after this birth, we don't know what birth we will get. So in all our births of animals, water animals, insects or humans, we have always served the lust. So that's why we cannot think these pastimes of Krishna none other than to be lust, because with our material understanding. But this love of the gopis towards Krishna, the Krishna's love towards the gopis is not lust. And what is lust? Lust means where you want to satisfy your mind. When you want to So the lust of us and the love of Supreme Lord Sri Krishna is completely different. There is no lust inside them. So when the sound of the flute went inside the ears of the gopis of Vrindavan, they couldn't stay calm inside their house and they became restless. And what happens to the people of this world when we become very much restless with the lust? from the young age we cannot stay without our parents, and when we become young, when our lust when the lust, the desires are very high inside us, then we don't even bother to leave our parents and walk away with our lover, because the materialistic people of this world cannot think anything superior other than lust. But there is something which is more superior than lust. The foolish people of this world doesn't know. So what the Vrajramanis did now, Sukdev Goswami is explaining. I hope you all can understand my translation. So here Sukdev Goswami is telling, O Parikshit Maharaj, through Kam Gayatri, Krishna is attracting the hearts of the gopis. And there now he is acting as Madana Mohan, the Cupid. So the Kam Gayatri was spread in entire Vrindavan through Yogamaya, and by that the hearts of the gopis was captivated. And who is the presiding deity of this Kam Gayatri? That is Madana Mohan, the Cupid. So the Rupa Madhuri, the beauty of the Krishna, is attracting all these gopis of Vrindavan towards him. So when the Kam Gayatri was spread all over Vrindavan by Yogamaya, all these gopis became very restless to come to Krishna. So here that the gopis became so much immersed in love for Krishna. What? So all the Vrajramanis in Vrindavan, when the sound went into their ears, they couldn't stay calm inside their house. They become very restless, and love aroused inside their heart for Krishna, and that is attracting them towards Krishna. And with the help of Yogamaya, these gopis are brought to Krishna. So whatever activities they were performing inside their house, they left all those work, and it went from their ears inside their heart, and the love of Krishna aroused inside their heart, which forced them to leave all their work and activities in the home and to run towards Krishna. When they would go to perform Kartani Vrata, from morning from 3 a.m. the gopis or the manjaris, they would start calling each other. Vishakha would go and call Srimati Radharani, Radharani would go and call other Sakhis like this. They would call each other and would get ready, and then near the banks of Yamuna they would reach early morning and would worship Kattani Devi. And now what happened here, nobody is calling, nor Vishakha is calling any other Sakhis, or nor Radharani is calling any other Sakhis. When the flute sound went inside the ears of the gopis, that automatically everybody left their activities and came to Krishna. And now nobody is no one is calling anyone. Automatically they are going towards Krishna. That their service attitude became so high inside them that they cannot stay calm inside their house. They became restless to meet Krishna and to serve them. There was one disciple of Jajavar Goswami Maharaj. So he went to take bath in the ocean in Jagannath Puri. Because the tides are very high, the waves are very high in Jagannath Puri. So what happened? When the very high wave was coming, he was standing in front of the wave to relish it. So Maharaj is telling what happened. So Maharaj is telling that people should be careful when they are taking bath inside the ocean, and there is proper way of taking bath. You are not supposed to stand in front of a big wave when it's coming. You should automatically sit so that the wave goes from your head. But as he was not aware, or he doesn't know how to take bath in the ocean, he was standing in front of a big wave which was coming towards him. And what happened when the wave came? It came and make him fall on the ground in such a way that the ribs broke, and immediately he started to bleed, vomit blood. So what happens when the sound went into the ears of these gopis? They left everything and ran towards Krishna. So the Vrajaramanis cannot stay inside their house. The way Krishna have attracted them towards him, that they are running. But when Sukdev Goswami was explaining this particular pastime to Parikshit Maharaj, he would actually see that he could actually see these pastimes in front of his eyes. So when he was explaining to Parikshit Maharaj, he was seeing that the gopis are running towards Krishna. The earrings which was hanging on their ears, it was like the earrings are saying that I will go first, but the gopis is saying no, I will go first. It was like a competition going on between the earring and the gopis. And these kinds of moods can be seen in the premik bhaktas, those who are completely surrendered to Krishna. So the person and the earring, there was a competition going between the gopis and the earring, that who will go first to Krishna. So now all the gopis have come towards Krishna. So the pastimes of Supreme Lord is not ordinary. So I have always told in my Harikatha that there is no appearance and disappearance for Vaishnavas as well as for Supreme Lord. So Sukdev Goswami here is explaining to Parikshit Maharaj. While explaining, he can actually see that pastime in front of his eyes. So the way the gopis are coming, all the gopis are running and coming, that also Sukdev Goswami can see in front of his eyes.
Maharaj, he asked the question, the whole topic juju, কেউভাবে গাবি গ্রহণ করতেছিল গোপন রোগীগণ একেবারে পা বাঁধে গাবি কুতুনে ছাপ মারে বাঁধে পাশু থেকে একটা খুঁটিতে পারে
So Maharaja is telling that some gopis So Maharaj is telling that some gopis, they were milking the cows. When the Gayatri went inside their ears, they left the cows even like that and ran to Krishna. Whatever the gopis, they were doing what kind of work, they left those work in that position and have ran towards Krishna. They even didn't leave they forgot to unbind the legs of the cows. In whatever position they were, they left their house and ran towards Krishna in that position. And where Krishna was standing under the Kadamba tree near the banks of Yamuna, and all the Vrajaramanis are running to see him. With lot of enthusiasm, these gopis were running towards Krishna to see him, where he was playing the flute, standing under the Kadamba tree near the bank of Yamuna. So Maharaj is telling some Vrajaramanis, they were boiling milk, some were making sandesh, sweets. So like this, they were engaged in different works. So when the milk was boiling, it was not even boiled. So what happens when the milk is boiling, the foam is coming and then it's overflowing. So the gopis, they were so much restless that they didn't even take out the milk pot from the oven, and then it doesn't take even 1 minute to take out the milk pot from the oven and to keep it on the ground and go. But they didn't even wait for that. They left that in that position and ran towards Krishna. Another gopi, she was making chapatis for the family. So while making chapatis, what was happening? She was making chapatis. When immediately the sound went into her ears, she left all those chapatis in that place and ran to Krishna. So this is their love towards Krishna. So Maharaj is telling that when Krishna is coming and waiting for us to give him the highest love, our condition is no, we cannot go now. I have family, I have my children, I have my husband. After performing this activity, I will go. These are all the material entanglements which is making an obstruction to go to Krishna. So you have to leave all these obstructions, all these material relations behind, and you have to run towards Krishna. So this is the example the gopis are showing, that the relations which we have of this world, which is making an obstruction to go to Krishna, we have to throw away, we have to leave this behind and have to run towards Krishna. So when Krishna, though we are chanting Kam Gayatri, we are chanting all the other things to get Krishna, but when Krishna is actually coming in front of us and asking us to come, are we going? No, we are not. We are telling, I have family, I have children, I have to do this work. So the example Maharaj is saying here, when that Gopi heard the sound of Krishna's Kamangayatri inside her ears, it doesn't take even 1 minute to take the milk pan out of the oven. But she didn't do that. She thought she will miss the chance of serving Krishna. So she left that milk pot in that position and ran to see Krishna. But our condition is not like that. So that's why the gopis left everything, not seeing what is happening, what will happen, we'll do it and then we'll go. They didn't do. They left all their activities, all their work, their family, everything behind and ran towards Krishna because they thought that this is the chance they got to see Krishna, to serve Krishna. Maybe this chance will not come again. So they left all this behind and ran towards Krishna. But our condition is not like that. My husband is there, my brother-in-law is there, my children is there, my mother is there. When you have served the rice in everybody's plate, and now when it's like there is Maharaj is giving example of a gopi, like one gopi, she was serving the food to her family, to the father-in-law, brother-in-law, mother-in-law, sister-in-law, husband, all were sitting. She has just served the rice, and when she went inside the kitchen to bring the vegetable, when she went inside the kitchen to bring the sabji, what happened? She heard the flute sound and immediately she left the kitchen and ran to see Krishna. She didn't thought that I will serve the food and then I will go to see Krishna. So in the middle of serving his family can also reject her, but she didn't thought anything that whether the family will accept or not, or whether they will chastise or they will abuse or they will scold him. That gopi didn't thought anything. She just saw that Krishna, I have to serve Krishna, I have to see Krishna. Thinking like that, she left everything and ran to see Krishna. There was another gopi who was feeding his children in the night time. Jiva Goswami and Sanatan Goswami So sorry, I heard wrong. So Maharaj is telling what happened. There was a gopi who was feeding his children. So what happened? When the sound of the Krishna's flute went inside her ear, what happened? She left her child and went to see Krishna. Maharaj is telling even the child was very small, and what happens when you are feeding an infant child, until unless the stomach is full of the infant child, he or she will start crying. But she didn't care for that. She left her children like that and ran to see Krishna. So what happens now? When the husband has come back from the world after working in the field the entire day, and when the husband came back home, the wife was supposed to serve the husband by providing water and towel. So when she was doing her duty towards her husband, immediately the sound came inside her ear and she left the water pot and the towel on the ground and ran to see Krishna. So like the condition was like this for different gopis, and all the gopis, they didn't care what would happen to them or whether the family will accept them or they will get scolded by the family. They didn't even thought of anything, but they only thought that they will miss Krishna's service and they will miss him. So leaving everything behind, all the material things of this world behind, they ran to see Krishna. Or the gopis also didn't think that they have to eat and they have to go to see Krishna, because they might think that the whole night they have to stay there with Krishna and they might not get food. So they can also think like that they should eat and go to meet Krishna, but they didn't do anything like that. Such was the love of the gopis towards Krishna. But our love for Krishna is not like that. If Krishna will wait for us, or if the sound of Krishna's flute will come inside our ears, we will finish our work and will go. Our mentality or our mood is not like those of the gopis. The jnanis, the devotees, the bhaktas, not even the devotees in the opulence mood, they also cannot. Only the gopis can do. So leaving everything behind, they ran to see Krishna. So that's why it has been written in the scriptures, the love of the gopis towards Krishna was the highest. It is not an easy task to leave your family in that position, or when your family is having food and you are serving food to them, and it's not an easy task to leave in that position and run. But the gopis did. They didn't fear of anything. But they only thought that they will miss Krishna's service. Thinking like that, all the gopis ran to see Krishna, leaving everything behind. So Maharaj will finish here, and tomorrow he will continue again.
সময় বদলে গেছে, আত্মা থেকে আত্মা পর্যন্ত। আগে ছিল আমাদের